Hi guys. All right, tomorrow Miss Snyder has a doctor's appointment. So in the afternoon at lunchtime, I will have to head over to that. So you guys are going to work in the afternoon asynchronously. And so I wanted to send out a video to go over what you guys are going to be working on. So I wanted to make sure that I'm here for the science part because we've got some labs and things like that that we're going to do. So what I put on here, let me highlight this to make it stand out. I put on here that we are going to switch reading and science time. So in our reading time, we will do our science labs together. And then in our science time, when I'm gone, you guys can do this portion of the reading, and we'll just switch them. All right. So for reading, so after lunch, you'll come back, and instead of doing science, we'll do reading. So you'll do your paired passage, that passage number 2, When Does It Rain? So if you go into Seesaw, you go to your activities, and you go to week 28 reading, open up, come here. And so today we read thunderstorms, and we talked about, and we wrote in our journal about what the main idea is. What was this whole passage about? And then also, what do we think the author's purpose? Like, why did the author choose to write this? Next, we're going to do When Does It Rain? So I'm going to read this through here, and then I want you to start thinking about the same thing, and you can add this to your reading notebook. What does it mean? Or what does it mean? What is the main idea? And then why did the author choose to write this? So think about also why these two things were paired together. Why these two passages, are there similarities between them? What differences do they have? So start thinking about that as well, because that'll be something that we come back and talk about. So it's called When Does It Rain? It says, when there is enough water vapor in the air and when it's cool enough, if you take a glass of water, what do you see? You see a liquid which is colorless and odorless. It looks like it's standing still, but actually, water is made of molecules. A molecule is too small for you to see, but it's there in everything. In ice, the molecules are very tightly packed. When you warm ice, the molecules get restless, start moving around, and break free from each other to form water. When you warm water still more, the molecules move further apart and form water vapor. This can still happen when it's cold if the water is left open for long enough. This is why water disappears when you leave a glass uncovered. The water molecules at the surface, which are in touch with the air above, try to break free from the liquid water below. This is called evaporation. All around the world, water evaporates from all the water bodies, lakes, ponds, rivers, the seas, and oceans. This releases water vapor into the atmosphere. The amount of water vapor in the atmosphere is called humidity. When the humidity increases and the temperature drops, water molecules in the water vapor in the atmosphere start getting together to form liquid drops of water. This is called condensation. Once there are enough water drops fused together, they get too heavy to be floating around in the air and they fall down, usually as rain. This is called precipitation. Evaporation, condensation, and precipitation together form the water cycle. This is how water on the earth is moved around from place to place, and we get enough to drink and use. Whether precipitation occurs as rain, snow, sleet, or hail depends on the temperature of the place. Sometimes changes in the weather can be very sudden, causing thunderstorms, and at other times the sun can shine and it can rain at the same time, causing a rainbow. All right, so the next part are the questions. So we're going to pause there and again, add that into your notebook. So let me get mine. So today we did the part about thunderstorms. So now what you're going to do, let's start. Now what you're going to do is get out your reading notebook and you're going to add in this part here at the bottom. So you've got your top part here on thunderstorms, go down to the bottom, when does it rain? And I want you thinking about, again, what the author, their purpose, why they wrote the passage, and the main idea. What is this whole thing about? What is it talking about? And then I want you just to start thinking. We'll talk about the both part when we come back, but I want you to start thinking about how these passages connect. So put that in your reading journal, and then coming back here. So draft that when you're done reading over that. Coming back over here to the agenda, we're going to have to pause. We won't be able to do this, so we'll just continue that when we come back. And then this part here, the Women's Month Research Project. So today you were supposed to pick your person. So hopefully everybody has their person. I said that you could do your, record your information in a Google Slides document, or you can do something on Seesaw or Google Docs. Wherever you'd like is fine. But just a place where you can gather and be able to share eventually on after you finish on Friday your all your information. Today you're concentrating on their early life. So if they're an adult, you know, what kind of things happened in their life, like maybe something or someone inspired them to research a certain thing, or maybe they, you know, a certain school that they went to sparked, you know, some kind of idea, and then they went and they invented, like, I don't know. So whatever their early life is about, or maybe they are still young, talk about that, and see if you can research some and find some information. Again, you've got all the library resources. You've got books on Epic and Sora. Sometimes there'll be a lot of books about different people's lives. So search and see what you can find on all those resources. And then after that, so we're going to do science in the morning. Then you're going to come down here to social studies. You've got today's article and questions. So go to Google Classroom, open up your Monday through Friday social studies, and work on the Tuesday section. So Tuesday is just one page. You have number 4, what word helps the reader understand the meaning of rule under the first subtitle. Number 5, why was there little need for oil in the 1800s? And number 6, oil was sometimes found when water wells were dug because why? So click on the article, and this is the Texas Black Gold Rush. So complete those 3 questions. Then on the agenda, it says, see where oil is found around the world with a map. So here are some abbreviations that they use. So when you click on this, open this up and look at where oil is found all around the world, and then find us on the map and see where we are and see how much kind of like what we have compared to others around us. And then this here for benchmark review, I want you going over the videos that are posted in Seesaw that go over the math, all the different math topics. So cover that, and make sure you're watching. There might be some topics that you're like, I know, you know, when we did this in class, I missed it, or I need more practice on something. Make sure you're watching those to prep. And then make sure we've got PE at 2:05. Make sure you're doing your activity for PE. And then that'll be that. And then, oh, I didn't put in here for tutorials. Let me look at my calendar real quick. Let's see, March. Today is the 22nd. All right, I have a training tomorrow. We're going to do Wednesday for tutorials this week. And this will be, we're going to do math again just because we've got that benchmark. All right, and I think that is it. So I will see you guys tomorrow on Tuesday, but I wanted to go ahead and record and let you know about the appointment that I have tomorrow and that asynchronous time. All right, thanks guys. See you tomorrow.